I know that you're going to edit this out, no, but this has got to be probably the dumbest lineup of anything I've ever seen in my life.
You know what, Agent? I'm gonna put that in the beginning of the video.
Yeah, it's pretty sad, guys.
Hey everyone, inhale to the fellowship. We thank you guys for tuning in. I am your nerdy normal reviewer, the Elvin Barber, and joining me, as always, is the lore loyalist himself, TC, the Token Cripple.
Hello, all.
And we're those guys. Today we have a special guest, the Agent of Chaos, and we are going to be talking about James Gunn's slate for DC for his 8 to 10 year project. Did you guys end up watching the video, or did you see the video yet?
I saw bits and pieces, yeah.
I kept the aggravation away. I had enough aggravation this week, so I didn't want to bother.
Yeah, you were smart in that sense. You were smart, sir. TC, you say you saw bits and pieces?
Yeah, I wasn't too impressed with what I saw, to be honest.
Yeah, I wasn't too impressed either. I kind of was getting, I'm not going to lie, it was very underwhelming. I actually did watch it. I did not save myself from the stress. I actually did watch it, and it was very, very underwhelming. And I kind of got Phase 4 vibes.
Right out of the gate.
Right out, yeah. like legit. And then I went back and I read this article and even the things he was introducing. So let's get to the projects, right, that he wants to start off. The Creature Commandos. First and foremost, no normie is gonna know who the Creature Commandos are. One, I honestly didn't know.
I was gonna
either.
I don't even know what they are. Yeah,
exactly right. Upon research, I guess they're kind of like this, like they give you they're like the Suicide Squad, I guess, in a sense. So I'm assuming he wanted to do this project because he directed the Suicide Squad and the humor is quirky and offbeat, and that's what he does and brings to the table. But like right off the take your best foot forward and let's start off with Creature Commandos because everybody knows about them.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, if it were me.
Nope, you're breaking up there, Joe.
I was just saying, if it were me, I would start with, maybe not the Golden maybe not the Trinity, but somebody people know. Like maybe open with a Green Lantern.
Yeah, a solid
the
B-list
bad taste of the not character that. Not someone no one's ever heard of.
Now, see, I would go the opposite. Like, I think I would argue and say they should have just came right out of the back and started with the Trinity. I mean, at this point, DC Studios has given us a bunch of garbage, and he wants to come out and hit us with a lineup that's supposed to be great. This gods and monsters, right? This is his thing. So I think you need to come out with bam, Superman, bam, Batman, bam, Wonder Woman. Like get people excited. Like let's get that enthusiasm again going with these projects. That's just my take. But then instead we got Creature Commandos.
And especially because of where the MCU is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like if they did it right, DC could bury them.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
And they're not going to do that. I mean, thing people are on the level of like the Eternals. No one's ever heard of them. Like
the thing is like I think they should go with the Trinity, but I just, based on what I understand about his quirkiness, I want to go with the A-list. And to be honest, Iron Man wasn't an A-lister prior to the movie. So I was just thinking if he was going to go with somebody, at least go not solid D-list.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No, I get that. No, it does make sense. It does make sense. I mean, Iron Man, think about it, MCU, like that was just starting off too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, DC and what they've got going on, they've been trying to establish something for a while now, TC. So like you got to throw some good faith stuff out there, you know? You can't start off. You got to come off with some heavy hitters. That's just where I'm coming from.
Yeah. You can't play single A ball. Like you're not going to get anywhere with it.
Exactly.
Oh, I agree.
Exactly. Creature commit. Oh, so secondly, he comes out with Waller. That's the second project that
now we're in rookie league ball.
Okay. Yeah. Because I lie awake at night and I think to myself, why do we need a trilogy? Why do we need the Trinity and establish characters when we can just have Waller come and, save the day for us? Why do we? Yeah. We don't need other characters.
Plus,
my life
isn't that going to confuse
complete
people
now?
What was that, TC?
That's just going to confuse people. I mean, they've already had 2 Suicide Squad movies. So, are they just picking and choosing what's in universe? And mostly what's out of universe is screw Henry Cavill? Is that it?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, this show is definitely just POC box checking. Like, that's all it is. They're like, oh, we need a strong woman.
No one cares about Waller.
Exactly. We need a strong woman of color. What can we do? Who can we get? Oh, we have a character. It's Waller. That's right. She's like Agent of Chaos said, my life's complete.
Did the WB get bought out by like the CW or something? Because that's where we're going here.
Yeah, we're riding that CW slope, and it's fucking slippery. Yeah,
and we're going right down
it. Oh man, I could not agree more. Now we finally get Superman Legacy. How do you guys feel about Superman Legacy?
Why would they use All-Star Superman as the promo picture for this? He dies in that story.
Yep, number one. Oh man, and they call it.
Can't make the stuff up.
You really can't, and they call it Legacy as well, as if he did die, right, and is leaving something behind. But this is supposed to be his first film, so I don't understand the logic.
Yeah, like is that supposed to be like? It's supposed to be like right after his Smallville run, essentially, right? Like he's not completely new to the Cape, but it's like year 2 or something.
Okay, so what they're going to do is they're going to rehash the origin and cram everything from there to Doomsday into one movie.
I can see that. I can see that. Oh my gosh, terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. So which leads us to the second thing.
And if I remember right, he also said, "Oh, this is like the true."
This is like the what?
Can I just say one more thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Superman. Gunn outright said, "Oh, Superman, that's like the real start of this." Then why the hell didn't you start with that?
Why didn't you start with?
He said, "Oh yeah, Superman Legacy is like the real start of it."
Everything he said it just seems so contradictory to other things. he uses, I don't know, like a lot of his speak was like, oh, this is like my passion project. And it's like, what about what other people want? Like, what do you like, what do you mean my passion project? Like, clearly it's your passion projects, because I don't understand what's going on right now with this slate.
He does realize Guardians came out after the MCU had already proven itself to be a money-making property, right? And people were giving it good faith, like, oh yeah, we can try out these no names.
Once it was established, yes.
Yeah.
I think he forgot that. I think he got blinded by its success and just thought, it was him just directing a really good film. And it's like, no, it actually had the MCU backing it up. So, I mean, look at perfect example. Look at Captain Marvel, right? The movie was shit, but once you stick it in between Infinity War and Endgame, now it made a ton of fucking money. You know what I mean? So it's like the other films props it up. Mm-hmm. I don't know what James Gunn's. Maybe it's hubris. I don't know. The only thing I am like kind of looking. Go ahead.
I would just love to see in a different timeline where they open the MCU with Captain Marvel and just saw how badly it tanked. Because that was before woke Hollywood. So
yeah. The next project up is Lanterns. If I do remember, he kind of described it as like a True Detective, which I'm hoping is like season 1 of True Detective, which was pretty decent. But I mean, out of the whole thing, this could be good. I don't know. My faith in
it's not going to get to where I want it, so I'm not putting much faith in it.
That's fair.
Because if we're doing Lanterns, we need to get to the Blackest Night War,
right?
And we're never going to get there. Or if we're going to get there, we're going to get something worse than Civil War.
Yeah.
So I am not putting a lot of faith in that at all.
What about you, TC? What do you think?
Concept is interesting. Execution, I have like no faith in any of the execution of any of these projects. So take of that what you will.
I know what you are looking forward to. You're looking forward to The Authority, right? That's what you're looking forward to.
I've again literally never heard of it. Well, I think I've heard
gave up after Lanterns, so I don't even know this one at all.
I think I've heard the name once. That's about it.
Yeah, I had only heard it once as well. Apparently, The Authority they're Discount Justice League. Discount Justice League. So you're throwing in Discount Justice League before the
Justice League. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Very smart. They have and apparently their version of Superman and their version of Batman are in a gay marriage. So
awesome.
Perfect for what's going on right now. Very perfect.
Fantastic.
Yep. Apparently it's supposed to be boys, like The Boys-ish. As far as like the tone. But
they tried that whole thing in the comics and it was an epic fail.
Yeah. No one's looking forward to it. Again, another obscure, project that he's implementing, which I think he thinks that people are just going to get behind. It's like no one, like DC is not doing great, James. So no. It's not doing well enough for you to just throw in Discount Justice League before Justice League. Whatever. Oh, again, we've all been looking for Paradise Lost, right? Just a show just about Themyscira and the ladies on there. Just the Amazon. That's all we want. I mean, we've all been looking for that.
Didn't they say that this was going to be Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I believe he said it was an all-female Game of Thrones. Yes. Yeah, because we know how well that turned out. Yeah. Yep.
Kill me.
I don't think
he just tanked that entire project by just saying that alone. With the
he did.
the amount of backlash that Martin got from the season 8.
Yep.
He just tanked that entire thing. You may as well just scratch the whole thing.
It's like, of all things he could have compared it to, like, he picked that show.
Yeah.
That has such bad blood associated with it. I don't understand the logic. I really don't.
Like, you could walk into like a nerd convention, mention that show, walk out, and you will like walk away from fire. Like,
oh yeah. People are very, very passionate about what happened. Yeah. Oh, TC, you looking forward to Themyscira?
I still say cripples for the win.
All right. Next on the slate, we've got Batman, Brave and the Bold, which, if I do recall from that run, the book, I believe, so James Gunn said the book was about Batman and his son Damian. And then what I can remember about the book, it has nothing to do with Batman and Robin. It's, Batman kind of teaming up with other characters. But again, he's using Damian Wayne because he said in the video, this is my favorite Robin. So that's why we're getting Damian Wayne instead of Dick Grayson or even Jason Todd, which, that whatever. I guess it could be okay. I don't really like Brave and the Bold as a name. Maybe from what I heard, it's a lot of the names are placeholders. Hopefully that's the case in this scenario. But I am curious to see if they give us Nightwing, Dick Grayson, Red Hood, things like that. But really not looking forward to this one.
The thing is, between the first project and this one, it makes me think that James Gunn is just given carte blanche to do whatever the hell he wants. And again, by the time he got a hold of Guardians, the MCU was already approving quantity and people had good faith towards it. Every time DC tries to do the same thing, they F it up. So
exactly. It's like, make a good film first. I don't understand.
Yeah, right.
I think the Critical Drinker, shout out to him, he said something because James Gunn said, our main goal is to have everything connected, from movies to shows to video games to, different, we need that connectivity. And Drinker was like, the connectivity part was never really DC's issue. The issue is, the quality of the product that they're putting out.
Yeah.
That's what you need to focus on. And clearly it's still not going well. It's still not going well.
I think they're giving him way too much leeway to do just.
I know,
you did well with Guardians, so do whatever you want with whatever you want.
Yep. That's kind of what I'm gathering as well. Then we get Booster Gold, which is just discount Tony Stark.
I almost like the concept of Booster Gold. Given the right story.
I was just saying, he's one of those characters I can take or leave. I don't dislike him, but
it could be, as long as they go with traditional heroism with that and the story is well written, I could see it. As long as it's traditional heroism and not 2023 heroism, it could be good.
Yeah, too bad we're gonna get 2023 heroism. So,
or 2024 by then. So,
oh God,
yeah, probably. True.
Who knows the level of woke it's gonna be by the time next year. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so this story, basically, they completely retconned her origin. And written by Tom King. And I don't know if are you guys familiar with Tom King at all? As a writer?
I've heard the name. That's right.
Yeah, the name rings a bell.
Yeah, complete piece of shit.
Okay.
Complete piece of shit. Yeah, he Tom King ruined a lot of Batman runs as a writer. He misled a lot of comic book shops to buy a particular comic book, like by the thousands, promising them that this particular story was going to take place. Then when it did happen and they ended up buying it, the story didn't take place at all. And he knew it wasn't going to take place. He just didn't tell them. He's also the first. Yeah, he was also the first person to sign DC's "I Won't Grape" employees. Like that whole.
Wow.
Yeah, he's.
That's quite the endorsement of your company, where you have to actually sign something saying you won't
grape. Yep. Yep. And they've got this person writing.
Sounds like an awesome human being.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the writers for these projects that James Gunn named, I believe one of them was also Christina Hodson. Are you guys familiar with her at all?
Never heard of her.
She wrote Birds of Prey. So,
oh, fun, great.
Yeah. So this is the level. This is the competency of writing that.
Okay, I gotta ask because we do the other videos too. Was the Velma chick mentioned?
She was not mentioned.
Oh, thank God.
She was not.
If she was, I would boycott this entire slate.
Oh, I'd be fucking. I'd be done. I would be done. And then finally we have Swamp Thing, which, I guess it could be good given the right writers. I used to be a huge Swamp Thing fan when I was younger. Yeah. Very scared of how it's going to turn out now.
Yeah, definitely.
Very afraid. What are your thoughts, TC?
See, a Swamp Thing, if you're going to, like Swamp Thing, again, if you're not going to go with the Trinity right off the bat, that might be another good one to start with.
Yeah, that's true.
People have at least heard of Swamp Thing.
Correct. Correct. Yeah. So yeah, this was DC's new slate, their 8 to 10 year plan.
And then
like I said, it gave me Phase 4 vibes. Go ahead.
And they're keeping Ezra Miller, which immediately kind of sours me to the whole. Like, it's not like. I don't
even know where he's going to fit in this mess.
Oh, he's the reason it's going to all start. They're sticking with that plan.
Yeah, they're sticking with Flashpoint.
He said that. He said that the Flash is going to reset the entire universe. That's his words, I suppose. But then in another article that I just saw, it was maybe like hours ago, I was just scrolling. He also said that, like TC mentioned, he wants to keep Ezra Miller, Jason Momoa, and I believe Gal Gadot. So everyone pretty much gets to stay except Henry Cavill, essentially.
If I was Jason, I would walk.
But
away. Don't tank your career on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
The thing is, like, with the thing that happened with Zachary Levi a couple days ago, I mean, at least they're keeping him.
Oh, the Pfizer's evil.
Yeah, I mean, if he's keeping, the thing is, if he's keeping Ezra Miller, he has no reason not to keep.
Really.
Yeah.
For the record, I love Zachary Levi, and no single political opinion is going to affect that. Because
I love him too. I think the second Shazam's not going to be great, but I mean, I love him.
It looks like it's going to suck, but I'll go see it because he's the lead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to see it to review it, but
yeah,
it's going to be awful. But
yeah, it is. It's not going to be. It's not going to be great. But yeah, Flashpoint. Apparently, that's supposed to reset it all. Apparently, it's supposed to be like a ton of Batmans. I think Wonder Woman. I think she is in it. Like I said, everybody except Cavill. So they just really don't like Henry Cavill. Oh, because he respects the source material. Yeah.
Well, at least we know who to blame for this. So
we do.
Yep.
We do.
this. You think with a 10-year plan and how he's trying to say he's righting the ship, you'd think that the slate would be much better than it is.
You would think.
If you're gonna right the ship, you're not supposed to sink the ship in the process. Like,
yep.
Yeah, I guess when I first heard of the announcement, I don't know, I thought it'd be bigger, like I thought he would start off with some heavy hitters and then kind of that B list, and then we work into kind of the obscure things if you want to throw that in there. But
yeah,
he's opening with somebody so obscure I've literally never heard of them.
That is not what we got. That is not. But it's funny because I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube. It's like a lot of reaction, and there's like so many shows, and they're like, "Oh my, it's gonna be so good, so great," and I'm like, "This is why this shit like this is getting made."
If they've read about these characters outside of Wikipedia, I'd give them $10 if they read these characters outside of Wikipedia.
Exactly. They, of course, everybody's gonna be an authority fucking fanatic, right? They're gonna be like, oh, I know all about them because I read the Wikipedia page, and like, but beforehand, you didn't know them at all. It's like the Eternals. Like no one. Yeah. It's this Eternal effect all over again.
Pretty much.
In fact, I saw that Yellow Flash. He posted something on Twitter. I don't know if you guys saw it. He's like, I just sold apparently he had that Supergirl run written by Tom King, and he sold it for like 3 times as much as it's worth because of the FOMO effect, because it got announced. Now people need to want to read this bullshit. So it's like, the world is full of them. The world is full of shows.
Yep. At least we can say we're honest.
That's true.
We're assholes, but we're honest assholes.
Hey, if it's good, if these things come out and they end up being good, I will not say they're not. I'm like, I enjoyed it. I will be honest. I will say I enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
I have nothing. I like talking about shit that I enjoy. But if it's not, then it's, especially when there's like, for example, the whole Daredevil, new Daredevil show coming out, Reborn, right? Like initially I was like, okay, maybe it can be good. And then you hear things like, oh, the rating's going to be this. Oh, the writers are going to be from CW. Like you just hear all, yep, exactly.
I'm out.
Exactly.
The minute you said CW, I'm out.
Yep. And and then you get people that are like, oh, you're just trying to grasp for content. And it's like, no, I'm not trying to grasp for content. I'm looking at all these elements and all these factors, and I can put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
One of the most, it makes fucking 4.
One of the things that we always hear is, well, it's not out yet, so how do you know?
Yeah.
It's like, yes, but there's a pattern.
Yes.
And we have no reason to think it's going to deviate from the pattern.
Follow the pattern.
You know what's going to happen is Kingpin's going to wind up fighting him on the Empire State building. He's going to throw him off the Empire State building, and then he's going to bounce up like the Undertaker and just walk away.
Kingpin while wearing his Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, little Kate Bishop in Hawkeye defeated Kingpin, so that just shows you the lack of care they have in their continuity.
And TC, you know exactly what reference I'm making that to. So,
yep.
Follow the pattern, folks.
Yep.
Follow the pattern. Well, fellas, do you have any last remarks?
I hope it's better than it looks.
Because it don't look good.
I agree with you guys. I agree. Well, we thank you guys for tuning in. We ask that you smash that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, and let us know what you think about this slate, this 8 to 10-year plan. Hit that bell for notifications. Share this video out there, and you guys take care.
Bye, everyone.
See you later.